sponsored by, powered by Brokers Connection, and leads to closing. I am your host, Darrell Mills. To my right, I have my infamous co-host. What's my man's name?
Jose Martinez of Business Development for Lemon Capital and Fun Rock Capital.
To our left, we have I think she's not even considered like a reoccurring guest. I think now she's just like a staple in the show. Who do we have to my left?
Jessica.
Okay.
Well, that
sums it up.
Well, that's Jessica, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we have a very special guest. It's his first time on the podcast. He had to move a lot of stuff around in his schedule to be here tonight. He could have been anywhere else in the world, but he is here with us tonight. Jose, who do we have to your right?
Well, I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for having me. My name is Steve Bookspan. I am the owner of Optimize Your Business, which is a consultant, a business consultant, and a restaurant consultant.
Perfect. Can we clap it up and see really quick, Lucas?
Yes.
Lucas.
We have Lucas.
All right, well, 1 second. Lucas is still trying to understand what I'm trying to tell him after like week 30. Lucas, we need you to clap, Lucas. Clap.
Lucas. Lucas.
Hey. Yo. I didn't know the Portuguese clap was different than the American clap, but whatever it is, we got the clap. Crazy. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 45. Tonight we're gonna be really diving into how you're gonna really position yourself as the go-to broker. Nope, this is not it. Networking on steroids. So, ladies and gentlemen, really what Jessica brings to the staff, and what Jessica brings to the staff is she brings her networking expertise, marketing and networking expertise, and that's something that we really feel like as a company we were missing.
Yes,
and definitely she came in, she filled the void that we needed, and we were able to actually go ahead, and now that we're networking, we're actually going to 2 to 3 networking events a week, which is a lot. When you go from 0 for years and then now you're going to 2 or 3 a week, it's definitely a little different. Jose, you want to try?
It was a little intimidating at first, and actually this is why it's a great segment, because through our networking events that we attended, we actually met Steve, right? And it's become, and it's flourished into a great relationship, because he does bring a lot of knowledge,
yes,
especially in the networking space, right? So today's going to be full of just, like the title was, networking on steroids. He has a lot of knowledge. He was actually teaching us a couple of things about networking, and it's very, very helpful.
The goal of this evening, realistically, the goal of this evening, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is to teach brokers how to build partnerships that generate consistent deal flow, referrals, and long-term opportunities and relationships. I have to tell you, we've done a couple of paid events that now, Jose and the guys have definitely, taken us to in Jersey, Philadelphia. We've been to a couple in Manhattan, a couple right here locally. It's a different type of, I don't want to say sale, because you're not selling anybody anything. You're just introducing them to what you do, figuring out what they do, and trying to see how you guys can bridge the gap and make money together. Correct. I mean, that's the whole point of networking. Now, usually, you grab your deal. Like we'll speak to referral partners over the phone. Never met them before, but now speaking to potential referral partners face to face is a whole different dynamic that most people are not really well versed to, or don't really have the skills to go ahead and do. And that's why bringing Jessica and definitely having Steve here, we're going to show you guys this evening how we're going to be able to revolutionize the game and really show you guys how to network, how to speak to people in passing, or how to speak to people when you guys are out to dinner. If you guys are at, if you guys are at a bar, you just bump elbows with somebody. Hey, what do you do?
Oh, wow. That works.
That works.
99% of the time, every time.
My net works, huh? All right, so Jose,
but yes, let's jump into the first segment, right? And I definitely want to now present this to you, Steve, is why networking is basically a broker's superpower.
Unleash the beast of Steve. Let's go, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve. We want all the knowledge.
So right out of the gate, every referral you get out of a networking event or out of a networking connection is immediately a warm lead.
Mm-hmm.
So that already gives you a leg up on everybody else.
Correct.
So if you're paying for leads as a broker, okay, that is as cold as they get. I mean, they don't know you from anything. There's no relationship, and there's nobody who referred you who has even stronger relationship. So when you have that relationship with somebody who can then give you referrals, it takes 2/3 of the fight is gone already.
Right.
It's already got pre-sold.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, as someone who owned a marketing agency for years, networking has always been my best referral source, the best way to get new business.
Nice. And like you said, there's not that obstacle, right? Because usually whenever people get, businesses obtain a client, it's either through a lead source, right? Where they purchase it, whether someone goes in through Facebook, Instagram, some sort of social media, you're already in competition with everyone else, right? And you're right. When it's networking, when you're at a networking event, would you agree, or would you say that you're selling yourself in the beginning, or what your products are?
Hold on, really quick. Before we really start to nerd out into the whole networking thing, because I know that this is about to be crazy, just based on pre-production and what we're going through. This is going to be a really sick episode for you guys. But I have to say, I've never ever seen an Irish flag on the top of a tequila bottle, right? Obviously.
What?
Obviously,
I don't know about that.
How's that wrong?
Well, obviously, we know that tequila is native to Mexico, right? So, Steve, really quick, you brought this here this evening for us to go ahead and try out. You want to just really quick explain what you explained to us when you first bought this bottle here?
So I was introduced to that by the owner of the Nutty Irishman.
Oh.
They own that product, and they got from what I understand, they have from a spring in Ireland. They have some water. I don't know if it's holy water or it's not, but it's spring water from Ireland.
Yeah.
They got permission to bring it down to Mexico to make the tequila with.
Wow.
And it's the only, from what I understand, it's the only kind that brings in its own water.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard
Lucas,
that.
clap it up for that. Clap it up for that. Clap it up for our... Clapping's hard?
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you ladies and gentlemen know. Whether Lucas is sitting right next to us, behind the scenes, in another office, he's always going to make things. It's never going to be easy. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve, take it away. Cheers. All right, so Jose, sorry, I know I cut you off. Sorry about that, my brother. Go ahead. You continue.
This is good.
It's holy.
It's holy water. Please confess.
So Steve, getting back to it is obviously we were talking about leads. When a lead comes in, a lot of people use Facebook. But when you go to a networking event, I guess would you say it's selling yourself, presenting yourself? How do you add value, or how does someone add value?
So I always think of an event where I'm only there to help.
Okay.
When I go there, I want to meet people, but I want to help. That if you go in there with a mindset of wanting to help, then by default, you're going to be more attractive to other people.
Got it.
Right.
And I've heard that from another event that we went to is that you want to see how you can help someone else. It's not really, don't go there for the purpose of pitching your product.
Correct.
Right.
It's all about who helps the other, and you never know who can help and on the long run,
right,
can help you.
Yeah, so you know, I want to just before we really start educating, and we let the networking phenoms go ahead and speak about how like tips and tricks. I definitely just want to say my experience from my first networking event. Listen, I'm very outgoing. I can talk to people at a bar. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy just to, I guess, break the ice when you don't really have an agenda. I don't want to really say agenda, but I just want to meet people, right? But at a networking event, I guess it's like a little different because it's professional. So usually I'll go up to somebody with a beer in their hand and I'll be like, Oh,
it's
dude.
easy. I mean, with liquor in your head, it's easier to talk to anyone.
Liquid courage.
Yes.
But when it is in a social environment when everybody's professional, dressed up, doesn't mean they don't know how to have fun, but it's different.
It's a different approach.
Yes, the mindset is different.
It's like a different approach. So I really found that the only thing, and listen, my first networking event, Jose just said, "Yo, Darrell, talk to everybody. Just walk around, talk to everybody but me." Because I'm like Jose. What's going on, man? What are we supposed to do? He said, just talk to everybody. So I just found myself just going up to random people and just my I guess my introduction was different per different like anybody. And I don't know. I was just like making up random stuff. I'm very personable. So I go to somebody, I'm like, yo, bro, sick suit. What do you do? Sick watch. What do you do? You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's the right approach. Jessica, what's like some tips that you can give to like how you approach people at networking events?
Well, I go directly. I think when it's in a network event, automatically you know that what you're going for. You're going to introduce yourself, your business, what you do, what you're trying to accomplish. So it's a little bit different. It's not like you're going for a date or trying to date that person that you know. This is you going for exactly. Introduce yourself, your business. You want to know what's the other person business, what they're about, if we can work together, or if I can refer someone that might know they might need, or vice versa. So
I just found that I was a little apprehensive just to go in strong because I guess sometimes I can be like a little loud, a little boisterous. So I felt like I was pretty.
But you have a positive thing. You have an amazing loud voice that you can use to your advantage.
Yes, but I was a little nervous. I gotta tell you, I was nervous because I didn't want to just go up to people like, "Hey, bro, what do you do?" Hey, bro. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm here to network, bro.
Steve, what is the give us the secrets. How should we do it? Because apparently we don't know what we're doing. To be honest, no idea. The first event that we went to, the first event that we went to, I was literally in a corner. Lucas and I went to an event. We were just talking to each other, and obviously that is a networking foul.
Yes,
right. So go ahead. What would you what has worked for you? What have you developed over the course of the years?
How do you break the ice?
So there's a bunch of ways to do it, but really the most effective way is I walk up to somebody and I say, I came here to meet 3 interesting people. Do you want to be one of them?
Oh, I like that. Yes, I do.
And then and what you do when you say that to them is now they are forced almost to be interesting.
They're very inclined.
They really want to be interesting because they want to be one of those people that, I want this guy to remember me.
Now they're pitching themselves to you. Yes.
And now and I'm a big believer in, I don't talk about what I do until they ask. So let them talk. If they talk for a half an hour,
let them.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yes. It's about the person, like the client, the network person.
Yeah. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? So you ladies and gentlemen have been with us for 45 episodes of Jose saying that he wants to infer things to people. One of the things that I know Jose says to the business owners is, hey, you're a small business owner. I'm sure you like options, correct? And they have no choice but to say yes. What are they going to say? No? So Steve almost did the same thing. He's like, hey, listen, I'm here to meet 3 interested people. Want to be one of them? What are they going to say? No? So, so they're going to say yes. It's every interaction with any human being is always about a sale.
Actually, it is, but like when you go for a date or you're trying to date someone, it's kind of like that because you're trying to get to listen to the other person's business, what they do, whatever they're trying to say. Just listen. That's what Steve basically said.
I really want to get to know you. Not
like that.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna get this.
That's a raw networking. That's a different type of network. That's a
different type of event.
This is professional networking.
I got you. No. But Steve, I honestly think that's such a sick approach. I'm definitely gonna use that next time because I can speak to 50 people and say I want to meet 3 people. 3 and 6 people. Do you want to be one of them? And you're right. Now it's almost like an audition for them. Now, because they have no idea who you are, Steve. Right? You come in, you're dressed, you're sharp as a tack. You know what you're talking about. So now they're like, who is this guy? I want to really show this guy that I am a somebody. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they can be shy. They can be introvert, extrovert, doesn't matter. You treat them the same, which that's amazing.
And most people, when you're talking to them one-on-one, they can come out of their shell.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just that when they're overwhelmed by a room of people they don't know, that's when they just kind of get small and
Yeah.
And there was one thing that you suggested. I love that what you said before when you speak to someone that is shy, right?
Oh, I offer to introduce them to people
That
because
was-
often I will know a lot of people in the room.
Yeah.
So I want to introduce them because one, it's showing value to them right away.
Yes.
Right out of the gate, you're getting value.
And you get
Mhm.
you get remember because the shy people are the quiet. So if it comes to business, automatically they will come and refer you for
Right.
whatever reason because you were that nice, open person.
And everybody's there to meet people.
Yes.
So don't
Yes.
be shy. Don't be shy. There isn't one person there that's going to go, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Why would they say that? They're there as a
Yeah.
networking.
Yeah, everybody is for the same purpose.
It's not like speed dating. as Darrell's
No,
told
no,
me.
no. Speed dating, speed dating, you're forced to talk to them for a minute.
No, no.
No.
Well, nowadays the dating situation is different. I have seen it. Now I just go, hey, what's your credit score? Hey, what's your dad? You know, now we go
That's great.
different. You know, back in the
Yes.
days it was different. Now it's like, what's your credit score? What's your
Are you
dad?
established? You're not
You have a
established.
house. You know,
Yo,
I can help you build your credit.
I can assist. I can assist in any way. Jose, one of the things I wanted to say is, so what we do for a living. So we specialize in business funding. We have the whole real estate mortgage side. You've been to many more of these events than I have. With us, with our company, and we're a financial marketplace. Is it what are some of the challenges that you face when explaining what we do? Because one of the things that you've always been great at doing, Jose, is I got to give you your flowers. You've always been great at explaining what the hell we do and getting people very comfortable to refer us their business. You've always been so good at that. Whether it was 2 years ago, last year, 6 months ago, 7 years ago, people want to send you their deals because they know we're going to get it done. What are some of the challenges that you faced now networking, or some of the challenges that you don't have to face? Like just tell me your experience explaining us and what we do.
Good question.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
We actually had a meeting about this because there's an event going on today with a couple of guys actually went to, and we were discussing. They were actually newer employees, but they know the space. And one of the things that I do tell everyone is, number one, when you present yourself, is understand what everyone's going to think negatively about what you do, if anything, right? Like with us, we say, hey, I do business lending. Automatically is, oh, you do cash advances. So you have to nip that in the butt right away, right? Tear the Band-Aid off. And it's, you know what? I'm a small business banking strategist, right? And if you look that up, which I was surprised, Lucas and I attended an event in Jersey, and I guess he asked ChatGPT, he said, hey, listen, how can I better introduce myself, based on what I do? And ChatGPT came back and said, well, a small business banking strategist is actually someone like a consultant. They make clients bankable, business owners bankable. They set them up with the right checking account, line of credit, bank, etc., in order for them to succeed in their business or obtain financing. That was great, right? And I think a lot of the times is what the negative remarks or the negative parts are of your business, if any, address them right away, right? If it's just like when when you're younger, if you know that, let's say, I don't know, whatever, your shoes are dirty, right? Make fun of your shoes, make fun of that thing or that imperfection that you have first, so no one else can go ahead and make fun of it later on. Same exact compass, point it out. Hey, listen, yes, we're not just a cash advance company. We're a financial marketplace. I have programs that are bankable for clients with 680 scores. Is a merchant cash advance one of the products that I offer? Yes. You want to know why? Because they're great products for clients that either fall short of being bankable, or they can also allow the client to become bankable by paying off some of that business debt and bringing down their utilization, which then in turn increases their credit score.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Jose learned that from the movie 8 Mile. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with B-Rabbit, aka Eminem, but I guess you're supposed to take the negative stuff that take the negative things that people are going to say about you.
It's a sales movie. It's a sales movie.
No one really Wolf of Wall Street. 8 Mile. No, but Jose, that is great because you know what? People, again, Lucas is his marketing strategies are so crazy. But like people, the first thing that they respond back to us, the messages they respond back to us with is, "Hey,
I don't want to catch advances.
I don't want to catch advances. Is that what you do?" Yeah, that's what I do. Because you know what? I'd rather tell you that you're approved for $150,000 and it's a weekly payment than to just say, "Hey, you're declined for bank financing." Figure the rest out. You know what I mean? Listen, it's revenue-based financing for a reason. I'd rather be able to go ahead and provide you with some option. You can tell me no,
Right.
but we're not just an MCA company. We have a bunch of different programs. You're right. We should overcome the objection before we get it.
Yeah, and then that now leads to a conversation later on that you're not worried what his or her impression of what you do is, and just address it. Right? And it's just, it comes with experience. But trust me, networking is very, very intimidating.
Yes, I personally, from my personal experience, I don't like to say much, like a lot. I like to keep the person like, oh, what else does she do? Oh, wait, because everybody, honestly, nowadays, everybody has a business in a sense. Like
Yes.
it has a company name, it has something.
And I will say,
Yes, it has it. So even for something smaller, they're trying to start something or they open it up but they never did anything with it. They don't know. So I like to say, hey, I'm involved with business lending and I can help you with credit, no credit, documents or some documents. Just call me. And if your credit's bad, I can help you. Like that's the least of a problem. So I try so I try to just give it a little bit.
I want to cut you off. I want to play a little game. So, Steve, because you are the expert in this space, right?
Let's play a game.
I want you to either, when you have something to say, you can either agree or disagree, but you're going to ring the bell. That means that we're going to either, it's a foul on the play, you guys are wrong, let me go ahead and stop you there. So we don't give the wrong
Only on the wrong side. I agree with you.
Then you let us continue.
Let it fly.
Let it fly. All right. Now, just to lead into that, do you agree or disagree with what we just said as far as, just networking and obviously, just pointing out right now the negatives?
So when I worked for AT&T, when they opened up the yellowpages.com, we had a really intense sales training. And one of the things they did, they trained us on what they called the Ben Duffy questions. So supposedly this guy, Ben Duffy, was the best sales guy ever, blah, blah, blah. But the whole idea was, if you know the questions you're going to get asked, the same stumbling blocks you fall over every time you try to make a sale, you should have 3 or 4 already done question answers in your head for those. They should come out naturally. So it's the same idea. If you know that your shoes are dirty, bring it up right away. Because if you answer it before they can ask it, you've diffused it.
Yes.
See, I thought it was the Jose Martinez questions, but I guess it's Ben Duffy.
Ben Duffy.
Ben Duffy. No, but you know what, Jose? I have to say, what you and Steve are saying is 100% correct. You guys know that they're already thinking it. And if they're not thinking it now, they're going to be thinking about it soon. You know what I mean? And you actually show so much awareness when you address the problem.
And confidence.
Yes, before it even happens. Yeah. Yes,
well,
listen.
definitely, when it comes to networking, you have to have confidence for sure.
Yeah.
Because a business owner is dealing with usually consumers and people and all these things, and you have to educate all the time. You have to guide the people. So if you come to a network event and you don't seem confident, this person already has confidence. So you have to be even stronger, same, but you cannot be less. So you definitely need to be confident in networking events.
I have a really great question. Mm-hmm. And Steve, listen, feel free to just chime in. Okay.
Ready to ring the bell.
What is the difference between networking and marketing?
They're not, I mean, they're kind of the same.
I know.
But I mean, marketing is something that you put out there to brand yourself, to get the message out, right?
Yes.
About your business.
Yes.
To put out action items in front of people when they need them, right? When they're looking for a car, have that car ad there because you see that they're looking online and you set up your marketing so that they're going to see your ads. Networking is much more personal.
They see you.
Yes.
There is no hiding.
Yeah.
You're out there and it's all about you. So when you go there, and again, remember, it's about them when you're talking to them, right? So they're going to find that you're a more engaging person. You're not someone who's self-absorbed. You're not just about your business. Now, sometimes even myself, I'll start talking about my business, and I realize about a minute or two in, I'm almost ignoring that person.
And you got to dial it back a little bit, right? Yes, in real time. Yes.
If you're not self-aware, it's worse than not even going to that networking event.
Wow.
Yes.
And you know what? I was gonna say, see, marketing, which Lucas is great at. We're sending out messages. The flyers could be great. But when you network, you have to be dressed to a T. Got to have a haircut. Your hair's got to be done. Like you have to be well put together. Am I right or am I wrong?
Your image is everything.
Image.
Well, that's what I always say since I started. Like, yes, it's wrong to say, but it has a but. Okay.
Right.
It does. People say don't judge a book by the cover, but it is true. If you're in a business environment, it's kind of hard to do business with someone that is wearing certain type of clothes, pants down, and the ripped up shirt. Like it's kind of like what kind of serious person is it? Doesn't mean they don't have any, but you look at the person different.
You're gonna judge them.
First impression.
If you could wear it to the beach or to your bed, don't wear it to a network.
Exactly.
There you go.
So there's certain things that you shouldn't be wearing too casual. Other than if they're saying, hey, it's beach wear, it's something specific is different.
Yeah.
So going back to what you were saying about marketing and networking, also advertising is a little bit connected with the marketing, because that's basically I think what Lucas do, because you do flyers and things like that. That's advertising.
Yeah, you do mailers. You go door knocking, no door to door.
All I hear is all day, Lucas.
Now, so quick question, because networking is great. Now, Steve, would you say how many networking events should we attend? Every single networking day, once a day, once a week, once every day. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. This tequila's really good.
Wow.
No, listen. This water from Ireland that was imported with this agave is absolutely insane.
Oh,
this is crazy.
How many networking events should we attend a week? Is my question, I guess.
So it really depends. So I think we've spoken about this. I break networking into kind of categories, right?
Okay.
So I think everybody should be part of a weekly networking event, a weekly networking group. So I'm in a group that meets every Tuesday morning, and it is hardcore networking. So you have to bring in business for other people. There's four referrals a month are needed. You have to be there all the time, which you should be if you're networking in a group. But there's also other networking groups that are a little less stringent. So I do my networking my Tuesday, and I do at least 2 or 3 other networking events a week. And the reason I do that is, and not everybody can do it.
Right.
Let's be realistic. But I found that my return on that time, not on my investment on the money, which is minimal.
Yeah.
But my investment on my time is best spent at networking.
Wow. There you go. And how do you balance that? I mean, it's just for a lot of people out there, because some people have kids, et cetera, obviously a family. How does one balance all of that?
Well, I mean, it depends on where your kids are. So my kids are older now, but I've been networking since they were born. So if you're in a family, you're a team anyway, right?
Yes.
So if your wife isn't in business, okay, now my wife is an attorney. She does networking as well. She's in my Tuesday morning meetings. So if she's not going to be networking, she's going to pick up the slack when you have to go early. You can't bring the kids to school or something like that. You have to do that, because if not, and you're doing it all on your own, it's going to be really tough. And there's going to be times you can't do it. You just can't do it. But if you have a teammate in your spouse, the husband or the wife, it helps tremendously.
Okay.
I have to say, in our pre-production meeting, give you guys a little insight behind the scenes. Steve said that he goes to 3 to 4 marketing events. Well, he hosts or he attends 3 to 4 marketing events a week, networking events a week. And for me, I'm like, that's insane. Like we went to 2 in 1 week, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
I
like,
love networking.
that's a lot.
I love it.
We were supposed to go today. I think there's 2.
There was one today that's up,
early, and then right now.
One of them was a Hispanic event. I don't know why they.
Why didn't I go?
You didn't meet the.
I didn't meet
criteria.
no.
You didn't meet the criteria.
No, what? See, of course. What do you mean? Listen, I understand Espanol un poquito, but listen, I would love to start going to more marketing events because, at the end of the day, I feel like, word of mouth is right now a little more archaic. But what if you see me? What if we could talk? What if I can laugh and joke with you? What if we could bond over the fact that the Irish water mixed with the agave is gonna make a fire tequila? Like, who would ever know that? You know what I'm saying? And this is something like, let's just say it was an event for this, and we're walking around talking about this. It's an easy icebreaker.
And a networking event can lead to potentially to a lot of leads, right? For us,
correct.
For us, at least on the business lending side, if you meet a CPA or an accountant or someone.
Hold on, time out. Gotta cut them off. See, that's what I was gonna say. You could get a lead from a networking event. What if you get a lead source?
Correct.
Like an accountant.
Even better.
Yeah.
You get a source. Now it's just not one deal you're gonna get from that person. Yeah. Just a one-off. Now you're gonna get 10, 15, 20. Who cares? And usually, if you can show someone that you could fund one deal for them,
show your value.
Just one. Mm-hmm. Show your value one time for them. The floodgates can open. You never know what type of revenue you can generate from that.
And sometimes that networking event was free, right?
Yeah.
Now think about that. Now you just generated a lead source that cost you, your cost per acquisition was 0.
You just got to sell yourself.
Right? It didn't cost you anything to be able to get that lead source, right?
Yeah.
In the business lending space, I mean, leads can range anywhere from $13 or all the way up to $30, $40. Right, on the mortgage side, the same exact thing as far as to what a lead costs. Now, think about just investing, because you're investing not money, but you're investing your time, as Steve had mentioned before. So you're investing your time, and now you receive a lead source that's going to consistently feed you business, right? So that's definitely something, a benefit of networking, and that's that was one of the reasons why we started networking as well, is because how do we consistently feed everybody else? Go ahead, you're gonna ring that bell?
Oh, let's go, Steve! Let's go!
So no, I didn't do that so much to disagree.
Okay.
It was more to interject something.
Okay.
So I don't want people to think that if you go to a networking event, you talk to 1 million people and you get a lot of cards, you've done your job.
Okay.
Because that's not where the magic happens. If you don't follow up and sit down with them for either a coffee, breakfast, lunch, or drink, you have just wasted your time. And I don't mean a month from now. I mean within a week. And within 24 hours, you should be reaching out to them to say, hey, it was great meeting you. Otherwise, you have wasted your time.
And
so what you're saying, Steve, is that you should nurture the relationship.
Absolutely.
Yes,
right out of the gate. Right out of the gate.
Mute him quick.
Jason.
And that leads actually. I think you were reading the teleprompter. That leads into our next segment, which is how to turn connections into consistent deal flow.
Yes.
Or a lead, right? And one of the things that we started incorporating here was digital cards, because when you speak to someone, it's happened to us. We've been to networking events before where we collect a multiple of cards. Right, but
then what?
Exactly.
You met great people. Now what?
You forget to email them. You forget to send them a text message or information on whatever it was that you were discussing with him or her about the company, etc. So one of the things we started doing was implementing digital cards, where now it's a QR code. Actually, Jessica did a segment, and which you guys can watch, is how to actually set that up at no cost. Right? It was a free digital card.
We helped someone that we met at one of the events. That she had a regular card, but we show them sometimes it's better just to have a digital card, because automatically will save him the person's contacts. And the plus thing is that if you change your number, or I change my number, automatically will let me know that it's update or an email or whatever you update in your card. Help you.
Actual physical business cards are almost becoming archaic.
Anything that is paper, it's
It's easy to
pointless.
lose.
You can lose it.
Well, after 2020, everything became virtual, paperless.
Yeah.
And now it tags into the CRM system. And now within your CRM system, which is what we offer as well, within Brokers Connection is now you can set up triggers, right? And one thing that we started doing was as soon as a client, because he or she has to put their contact information, it now goes into the CRM system. And it automatically sends out a, hey, it was great meeting you at the event, where by them typing in their name, now that became a field within the trigger. Hey, John, it was great meeting you at the event. If you want, you can put the event name, but hey, John, great meeting at the event. Love the conversation we had. When can we schedule a call? Right? That's also very broad.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, okay, wow, this person took the time to text me. But he or she, it was able to remembered me, took the time to email me or text me, which by the way, the system can do both. I definitely want to get to know this person. I definitely want to talk to them.
Also, I will say that before I leave a conversation, I always ask them, can I send you a text with some information? Because once they say
Why is that important?
Well, because I want their permission.
Okay.
I want their
Consent is very.
It is
You need that.
Your consent.
You need that now. Hey, you need that more than ever. You need that.
This is Darrell.
really-
This is not the time.
You need that.
But the reason is because now they're almost expecting something, right? So you get a better response rate when they're expecting something. They're not kind of, and when they get it, they look at it and they're like, oh, thanks for, whatever. And then you can continue the conversation from there.
Wow.
Jose.
A lot of information today. Great information, actually.
Jose, one of the things I want to say, because Steve's giving a lot of information, but I want to try to tie a lot of what he's saying into the community, right? So as far as I think, I don't know if this is so much networking, what I'm about to say, but I think after you meet somebody face to face, it's no longer networking. Now it's marketing to that person, right? So let's just say, I'm going to tie it all together like this. Right now, the holidays are coming up, right, ladies and gentlemen? So let's say you meet somebody at a networking event. Do you send them stuff, just like little feelers around the holidays, just trying to stay in their face, just so that they remember who you are? Is that important?
Forget the holidays. It's always important.
So like month over month, you should just be in their face.
What?
Hey, new program available. Hey, this is what's going on.
So a really good way to do that is a newsletter, right?
Yes.
So you're going to do that by giving them information. You want to be a free resource to everybody you meet. So if you're doing that, then when they're ready to pull the trigger, they're like, this guy's been helping me for so long. Why would I go somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
I tell him he's a nice guy. I know him. He sends me this
Follow-up
information.
Follow-up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important. We actually started doing, remember when we were doing that on email marketing?
Yes.
We would send, I think it was people started replying back after the 10th email.
Yes.
Right, 7th to 10th email. They were like, oh, wow, this person is actually going ahead and keep sending me an email.
80% of all deals are done between the 8th and 12th touch.
Yep, there you go. See, I didn't even know that. That's
People
great.
give up after the second or third.
Yeah.
Like, I tried.
Yeah.
I think keeping in touch with someone, it becomes personal and it becomes more, okay, that person is being there. I want to give my business or share somebody else's business with this person. So, I mean, you don't have to be like every day or every morning, like good night, good morning. No, but at least once a month, hey, how's everything? Become familiar, become friends. Because sometimes even in these network events, you become friends.
Absolutely.
Steve, you're a friend now.
And I love it. I mean, you guys are great people.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So I think networking is great. Marketing is great. Anything about business is great.
I have to say I'm pretty good at following up or just saying in the face of the people that I've funded before.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to listen. You ladies and gentlemen out there that do MCAs, do revenue-based funding. You know that once you fund somebody, the floodgates open. Everyone's reaching out to them every month to go ahead and try and get them more money. So you always want to stay in their face. But one of the things, Steve, and I'm glad that you said that I don't do, I don't stay in the face constantly of my referral sources. You know what I mean? And a simple newsletter that hopefully my IT guy.
It sounds like a Lucas job.
It sounds like a Lucas job.
It
Yeah,
doesn't sound like it.
It is.
That's a Lucas job.
Lucas, add that to the board.
Yeah. So after this, we have our little behind the scenes, whatever. Lucas is gonna have to do some shit. All right. We have to put him to work for the fourth quarter. We got to put Lucas to work.
Yeah.
Lucas is the AI of it.
Yeah. Lucas has to walk into an AI agent. You see something?
Listen. The good thing now is that AI ChatGPT now incorporates with a lot of these apps, Canva. So you can take that shortcut, Lucas. You're welcome.
Yeah, but Steve, honestly, until just now, it just I had an aha moment, right? Because why are we not trying to see in the face of our referral source? You know, we don't want it to ever be a one-off or a one and done. Hey, listen, there's always new programs available, always. And Jose, like I said, Jose's the best in the business at figuring out new guidelines and whatever's new. So why don't we stay in their face? Hey, listen. Texas, we just found out a little source that listen, revenue-based funding companies are trying to figure out ways that they can start funding in Texas for second and third positions, right? Because it's being heavily restricted right now. So we just found a company today that sent out a newsletter that's saying, hey, listen, we are funding in Texas. Lines of credit, you can cancel at any time. There's no clawbacks for brokers. Yeah. And that was something they said in our face. And then today alone, we sent 15 deals to that company, and we got 7 approved.
But business lines of credit are they allowed? So if there's several different business lines of credit companies that act as cash advance companies, and what I mean by that is that only need 4 months of statements in a one-page application. I spoke to a few of them, and they're not affected by Texas at all. Because it's structured as a business line of credit, and that was the workaround with the other lender that we had. So, still on the traditional side, it's a go. Texas is a go. We have a 680 score. We can do Texas, stated, and full doc. As long as the short-term financing or the revenue-based program is structured as a business line of credit, it's still a go. It's still doable. One thing, though, that they did go ahead and mention is that the client can only have 1, maybe 2 positions, and they're willing to pay it off. Right. So now, I guess maybe possibly one of the biggest things was Texas doesn't allow you to have a third position.
You can't have 3 or more.
Correct.
Can't have 3 or more.
Yeah. Contrary to the other states.
Yes.
Still allow it.
And so our job, ladies and gentlemen, is to stay ahead of the curve, right? That's why we it is beneficial to send us deals, because we're always going to make sure we're updated with the guidelines, but we're also always trying to be innovative, right? Right now, if you ladies and gentlemen are out there and you're buying leads, trying to buy Texas leads, the people in Texas are hurting right now.
Yes.
Also, fucking hurricane season right now. Okay, we're in October. It's hurricane season. We already know a ton of hurricanes usually come around this time of year. We need to stay up to date with a lot of these people that are in Texas or around the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, whatever you guys want to call it. Right now, the people in Texas are going to need funding. Yes. So this is not the time to ignore them. Texas is going to be a gold mine right now. We are going to stay with our ear to the ground right now to make sure what programs are available to our Texas clientele. And if you guys are the resource, or if you guys are marketing out there, or even if you're networking and you want to speak about, hey, what are you guys doing right now with your Texas clients? We have programs for them.
Yes.
You know, right now, Texas, if you guys are specializing in business funding, Texas right now should be your main talking point when you're at these networking events. What are you guys doing with your Texas clientele? Oh, we can get them done. Well, guess what? We have several programs for them. Here's what we could do. That should definitely be a talking point right now for a lot of you guys that are on the networking event.
Also, another talking point is the SBA is still shut down. Right, the government is still shut down.
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
So the SBA
they're not back to work.
You know, so no new SBA loans are being processed. Right, they are only honoring whatever was already approved to get it to the finish line. But no new SBA loan applications are being taking place.
Yes.
So now that's also something else that you want to point out, right? I can go and fund those types of businesses, provide them short-term financing, provide them bank-like products. Yep. Right, you have a 680 score, perfect. You don't need full financials, depending on what state you're in. You can go stated, you can go limited doc. Matter of fact, you can even get a business credit card if the utilization is up to par. Right, so there's a lot of different things within the networking event. Is also acting as a connector, but also knowing the products that you have. right? And acting as a connector, what I mean by that is that stop thinking as yourself as a broker, but start thinking like a connector with solutions, right? Right. That's what you're doing. You're connecting people's solutions, just like how you mentioned before, Steve. Don't pitch just your product. Connect. Right.
Much more important.
Right. Connect with everyone so that now it's able to expand your networking experience.
And you know what? I want to also ask you this, Steve, because listen, we already know that anything in person is never just going to be roses and like there's going to be some drawbacks, some negatives. Can you give me two things that you should not do when you're attending a network event? Something that could be a negative effect or can put you off to certain people. What's something that you should not? Well, like I don't want to say give me the do's and the don'ts because you gave us a lot of the do's. Give us some of the don'ts that you should do at networking events.
So I'll give you two right out of the gate that everybody knows it's about most things public is you don't talk religion or politics.
Oh,
Yes, that's true.
and we try to keep that out of the podcast.
Yes.
So just so you guys know, camera on me. Hey, camera on me. No religion or politics. And please,
Because you never know what somebody thinks.
Correct.
You never
Yes.
know. And you may think you're 100% right, but you know what?
you don't want to
Yeah, it
offend.
hurts. It hurts.
They can easily poke a
hurts your
million holes in
business.
your outlet.
Yes.
It's going to kill your
People
business.
judge, and that's the messed
Yeah.
up part. People judge you because you have your opinion, they have their opinion, and they don't know how to separate that.
Yeah.
So, and nowadays is really strong when it comes to friendships,
Correct.
relationships,
Families. Families. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So if I
Oh,
just met you,
I can't
and I don't like
post
your
anymore.
political,
Yeah.
we're not going to do business ever,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
so that's obvious. Those are obvious things. But
No, but I don't think it's obvious because trust me. Listen, I'm not really a big Instagram or TikTok person. Maybe you can say I'm archaic. I'm very big into Facebook. I see some of my friends' political opinions, and I'm like, should I care? No, because whatever. But Jesus, if I would ever to try to get out there and try to battle back with these people, I would probably lose some friendships.
yeah,
So
I
you're right.
stopped.
Let's stay out of that.
Yeah, I
You know?
personally
You know?
stopped posting. I like to post stuff, but I stopped posting just because if it doesn't hurt me in a sense emotionally. Like it hurts me when it hurt me that person, but I see the fact that people start unfollowing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what have you said? And people started unfollowing you.
I don't want to talk.
Don't even repeat it. Hey.
I don't want to talk about it, but I'm just saying in a sense that people
Hey.
do judge you because of your opinion, and you can't even speak. They say freedom of speech in general,
Right.
but you can't because even if you go left or right, there's no.
Well, freedom of speech doesn't mean you're not free. You don't have freedom of consequences.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Clap it up. Radical. Find the soundbite. Clap it up for Steve right now. Look. There we go. Hold on, Steve. One more time. Say that one more time.
Freedom of speech does not mean that you are free from consequences.
People are gonna judge you no matter what
Yes.
you say.
The government can't take action against you, but people can.
These other millions of people
They
are
can.
definitely gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Please.
So I definitely, for me, for sure, I stopped doing that just because. Listen, I'm okay with it. I can see posts, I can see anything, but apparently people cannot see my posts.
No.
With what I do.
But also remember, we were talking about leading with trying to help, right? So
Yeah.
if you lead with the opposite, where you're all about how am I gonna get my next deal, that's a big no.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they can smell
They
it,
can I was gonna say they can smell it.
and it smells desperate, right? And that's a horrible smell. You don't want to smell like that.
Yeah, and you wanna know why? Especially with us New Yorkers. I don't know about
Pushing.
I don't know about it. We are pushy, we talk fast.
Mhm.
And you ladies and gentlemen out there would have no idea. When I get on the phone with somebody from Arkansas or Kansas, as Jose said in our mortgage training one time,
Years ago.
when you are speaking to somebody from a different part of the country, we have no idea what their walk
Yes.
of, how their way of life is, their walk of life. We speak fast. We speak very
We
confident.
want things done.
People
right
call
now.
us Yankees.
It comes
Literally.
off as a city slicker. Someone called me that.
Yeah, like, oh, you talk fast. Now you're speaking to Billy Bob, not Thornton, but from a small farm in Arkansas. And we get on the phone and it's 9 a.m. and we're like, hey, listen, what do you need? What do you need? How much do you
But
need?
that's in general. That's anywhere. That's just not anything that is not New York, basically.
Yeah, pretty much,
United
yes.
States, outside United States. Every
Yes.
time I go anywhere, I want to be surfed like this.
Right
I
now.
want-
right now, I will cutting people off in traffic. We're just very impatient.
Right.
I feel like. So we have to, especially when we have new sales reps that we're training, we have to let them know, hey, listen, slow down your pitch, enunciate every word. You have to know who your audience is.
You have to know. You gotta get familiar. I love that. You gotta get familiar. I personally, one thing that I use is I go by the last name sometimes, and I'm like, oh, are you Italian? Oh, you're Greek, or you're whatever, Hispanic, or I hear the accent. I'm like, and then I go by food, because who doesn't love food? Every nationality loves food. So so I get on that, like, and that always worked for me since I was a teenager working at a phone company.
So icebreaker for you is like, depending on your last name, you talk about a type of food that kind of like that. That's
I got away with tickets too, and I got stopped.
Yeah. I wish I had that ability.
I would be like, wow, Sanchez. You like tacos?
Sanchez.
What are you talking about?
Sanchez, you like rice and beans? Yeah, I'm probably going to go to jail.
Oh, I see your last name. I see your last name. Where you from? Oh, you're whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I tried.
Oh my
God,
that's
Jack.
what it was. We didn't ask where you're from. We just automatically assumed.
No, listen.
That's what it was.
Let Jose and I get pulled over, and there's a cop that has the last name is Jackson, and he says fried chicken. We're fucking going to jail, dude. That is it, man. That's it. Well, that works for us.
Well, now that Steve can probably say that. The other thing you cannot do on network, you cannot assume, because people are very sensitive.
Yes.
So you cannot do that.
So listen, Steve, I have to say this. I don't think I'm someone that's really, really, really figured out the whole networking thing yet, but I'm getting good at it because I am good at talking to people. I just really don't know the the introductory phrase, but you gave a great one at the beginning. Like, hey, listen, I came here. My agenda is to meet 3 very interesting people. Are you one of? Is that it? What was your phrase?
That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah, are you one of them? And I feel like that's something that everybody out there should use. If you guys are going to networking events, if you guys are going to
what is it?
Now I got to make up another one because now we're going to use
everyone's going to use
it. Don't you have to innovate? Always say innovative, right?
Just go to ChatGPT and ask it. Please rewrite this.
No, but I think that is such a sick introduction because there's so many layers. If you want to just listen, being in sales, you have to be a student of speech. You have to be a student of nonverbal communication. There's a lot of things that you have to, like, I can tell by somebody's body language if they fucking want to talk to me or not. Yeah. Like, I can tell. So if I see like somebody's kind of like the hairs are standing up and they're put off by me, I start trying to get like a little more jokier, start trying to poke fun and stuff, because you can't just assume that because you're talking to a male that he likes sports. You have no idea. That guy might be somebody that just sits inside and doesn't watch sports radio. You have to find a different way to connect to people. You cannot always connect with people with sports. Yeah. You can't always connect with people with, well, definitely not politics and religion, for sure. You got to find a way to connect with them. And I feel like that's a skill that I don't have. And now that's going to be one of the things, Steve, that I want to make it a point. And I'm going to try to be very good at.
Let's go together and we'll work on it together.
Oh,
I'm so down.
He just got you.
Listen, my friend, oh, you got me. He just got me. He saw me. I'm like, Steve, I'll definitely, you see, I'm in. You know?
You just did it. Wow.
But that was great. And that's why what you say to people that are shy at the event. Hey, listen, how many people did you talk to? Oh, Steve, you're my first person. Well, let's do this together as a team. What? Now they're going to follow you all the way around the event. That is amazing.
Wow, I want to come.
Wow, Lucas.
Wow,
Lucas, radical.
This is gonna come faster than the clap.
There we go.
That's actually pretty good.
No, that was definitely great.
And it is. So you're right. It's having the mindset. Once again, Lucas and I went to an event, and this is something we're practicing now because we, I'm uncomfortable in networking events. Which. It's just because it's something
tell me more of your secrets, Jose.
It's something completely different. Where now I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk to, which is crazy. It's like, okay, I don't want to talk to this lady because she may think that I'm hitting on her, but now it's just me. Oh, that was actually perfect. We're getting good at this. But it's right. Everyone is at an event to meet you or to meet other people.
Yeah.
Right? So they have the same agenda, which is introducing themselves and growing their network. which is insane.
And by the way,
Yeah.
don't ever cross the line and become creepy.
No,
Don't
of course
do
not.
that because
Yeah.
you will be asked to leave. It will get.
There you go.
You want to lose a lot of credibility. Be creepy.
Be creepy at an
networking
event. Yeah.
There you go.
You know what? And you know what, Steve? I really feel like being the person that can connect to people that haven't spoken yet to speak because they have because all right, let's say I speak to you and you're like, hey, I'm the #1 funder in Texas. And I speak to somebody else and they're like, none of my Texas clients are getting funded. And then you bridge that gap between them and you bring them together. Now you are a fucking rock star.
That's
right?
why we network.
Yes.
That is why we
Yes.
network.
Yes.
Not for the quick deal. It's those relationships that
Long term.
that you build because that's what keeps your pipeline full, right? It's not spending $20,000 a month on Google Ads. That's not going to keep your stuff
Cut it out,
full.
Lucas.
I mean, it will do some stuff, but you want to keep it full. You get resources.
Yes.
That can give you consistent business.
And you want to know why? Because you know what? Let's just say the example that I gave, you bridged the Texas guy, the people that the guy that can't get nothing done in Texas. Now all of a sudden they know what you do, and now they'll be more inclined to when they meet somebody to connect them with you.
Yes.
And now you're getting a free not free, you're getting a referral source sent to you just by you passing something off to somebody else.
And by the way, I'm not a big fan of finder's fees. I'd rather just exchange business back and forth.
Yes.
You give me, I give you. I don't want to give you a piece of what I make, and I don't want you to give me a piece of what you make. I just want referrals back and forth.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And that way you can make all the money you can make, and I love that. The more money you make, the better.
Now, Steve. Now we're wrapping up with time, and I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, Jose and I usually try to stick to the segments as much as we can. Today, we went so off the cuff, but it's just so easy to go ahead and speak with Steve and to speak with Jessica just about the whole networking thing because there's so many layers to peel back when you're speaking with human-to-human interaction.
And we were learning just as much as everyone.
Hell yeah! I feel like a kid in a candy store. Now I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out and really.
Life is about learning, so
That's it.
it's good thing. We're always learning.
I try to learn something. This is one thing that I personally try to do every day before I go to sleep, and it's not look in the mirror and tell myself that I'm beautiful, right? I really try to I look in the mirror every day before I do go to sleep and try to say that I learned something new. I really do try to learn something new every day, whether it's learning a new program, whether it's having a new experience with someone, whether it's picking someone's brain like Steve and like Jessica, who's experts in their field. I know nothing about
Steve.
I know.
Steve.
So you missed half of it.
I did.
So you went in the mirror at the end of the day. What about in the mirror in the beginning of the day, telling yourself what you're going to accomplish? And then
What are you going to
And then
change?
keeping yourself accountable
Hold
at the
myself
end of the
accountable.
day.
Well, thanks. Well, you know what? Thanks for the soundbite team in the back. I can't get a fucking round of applause, but I can get that. Thank you so much. No, Steve, that I will incorporate that.
I'm gonna get you the mirror.
Yes. A round of applause. So, Steve, it's such an interesting concept. One thing I have to ask you before we wrap up, because we're at 8 o'clock. Everyone wants to definitely watch the Giants game tonight. Hopefully, Giants Eagles coming on tonight. I feel like I'm a sponsor from the NFL. I should start getting paid for them. But, Steve, outside of networking events, right? Why don't you just share other real life scenarios that people are in a daily basis in which they should go ahead and try to turn something into a little mini networking event? Or where some other places that you can actually speak about what you do outside of networking events that you can make connections with people?
So you can do a lot. I mean, if you talk about in person,
Yep.
you could, talk to a library and say to the library.
Steve, I don't want to cut you off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So
I want to make sure you can speak to that.
Stare deep into the camera, Steve. Make eye contact.
So you could go to your local library and you could talk to them about what you do, and if you could set up a little learning, an hour of learning, so you could get there and get the local people to come in and listen to you. If you're an accountant, and listen about that. If you do web design, about that. If you are a business consultant, maybe the business owners locally might want to learn a little bit about what you do and see if you can help them on a personal level.
Wow. I like that.
Speechless.
I'm speechless. That was going to give you. Can you give him a round of applause, please?
Something.
That's great. No, that's good because it's
That was easy.
cost effective, right?
Very cost effective. Very much
Cost effective as well. Also, too, another thing that I guess someone, if you're taking that concept, is Zooms.
Oh, absolutely.
Right,
I was thinking
because-
more in person, but yeah, Zooms are great because the reach you can have is nationwide or even international, but let's say nationwide.
Yeah.
Where if you can sell all over the country, it's beautiful.
Correct.
It's a beautiful thing.
And before we get to our final thoughts, Alfonso, who's always here, camera on, always attentive. Alfonso, definitely appreciate you being here. Do you have any questions for Steve? Do you have any questions for Jessica when it comes to networking or marketing, anything like that, Alfonso? I just see you here just before we start final thoughts. Anything you got to say, my brother? Appreciate you. Sounds good, Alfonso. Appreciate it.
Alfonso.
All right, so Steve, you're not familiar with this, so you definitely have to go first because you're really good at breaking the ice. At the end, you've watched Maury before, right?
Like what?
Maury.
Yes.
Are you the father? Hopefully you're not right now. But so at the end of every episode, especially for our new guests, we like for you guys to go first. We like to just leave everybody with a final thought, just encompassing everything that we spoke about in the episode. Look deep into the camera, speaking to their soul. Just give someone or somebody out there that didn't really gain your message, give them one final thought that you want to leave them with before they go out and enjoy their Thursday night.
So my final thought would be yourself. Don't be afraid. Everyone you talk to knows less about what you know than you do.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good.
Clap it up, Radical. Radical, clap it up. Wow.
First off, that was the shortest one we've ever had, but that was the best one. That was fire. I try to get better every week. That was short, sweet. That was amazing. Jessica?
You have to follow up after that.
Yeah,
I usually do a quote at the end of the assignment, but I saw this one and I like it. Your network is your net worth. Every connection is an opportunity to grow.
Wow.
Jose.
Oh, this is great. It's a straight to it. No, well, listen. The fastest, just to summarize everything, the fastest way to actually grow, whether you have a brokerage, whether you are a one-man shop, whether you are just starting off, the fastest way to grow is really by building relationships, right? And that's one of the biggest things in networking. Build a relationship, build that one-on-one, build that connection, and it definitely can lead you either to one lead or an entire lead source for just to grow the business. Okay.
Sometimes it's just about overhearing a conversation, interjecting, and showing your value. Thank you guys for tuning in this evening. See you guys next week.
Guys.
Focus connection group.